Hi, I'm Sam Horn, and welcome to What Is Your Pregame, a show full of flavor and with a little twist. We're going to bring you up close and personal with some of your favorite CEOs, celebrities, and athletes to find out who has the high-performance recipe for success. Stay tuned. This is what's coming up next.
And that environment is a nutrient-rich environment, and it's nature's way of building the perfect oyster.
Yeah, I don't ever refer to myself as Superman, but it's kind of my mindset when I step on the field.
We do get involved in a lot of fundraising and specifically golf tournaments.
Welcome to What Is Your Pregame? I'm your host, Sam Horn, and on today's show, we're going to head up north to Glidden Point Oyster Farm on Damariscotta River in Maine. We'll talk to a couple of farmers about business as they bring us out on the boat and tour some of the operations. Last year, we caught up with Superman, better known as Kevin Pillar, and chatted to him about his pregame and mindset during the game. Charity is a big part of our lives, and in our From the Heart segment, we talked to Richard Walsh about the importance of charity and giving back as we played in the 2017 Walsh Cup benefiting Mass General Hospital for Children. And later, we hit the streets for this week's Fan of the Week. So sit back and relax as we bring you What Is Your Pregame? Just an hour north from Portland, Glidden Point rests on the serene Damariscotta River. Let's dive in and see what they're all about.
I'm Ryan McPherson from Glidden Point Oyster Farms in the Damariscotta River, Maine. When I'm underwater, I'm hanging out with Sam Horn. What is your pregame?
All right, welcome back to What Is Your Pregame? I'm Sam Horn. We're hanging out with
Ryan McPherson.
and
Hugh McLaughlin from Glidden Point Sea Farms.
all right, how you guys doing today?
Doing well.
All right, they say this is the best oyster on the East Coast. Where are we? This looks like God's country.
Well, Sam, right now we're on the Damariscotta River in Damariscotta, Maine. And what makes this a special place is you've got the cold, salt water, the clean, cold water, coming here and meeting at the Great Salt Bay Estuary, which is just under that bridge behind us. And that's a warm water. So when the two bodies of water meet, it creates a brackish water. And that environment is a nutrient-rich environment, and it's nature's way of building the perfect oyster.
Wow, the perfect oyster. You dove down for us earlier today. What's underneath there?
Right underneath the surface, as you get down to the seafloor there, we have crops set up. It would just look like a terrestrial farm, like a typical crop year down there. And we just have our oysters laying down there.
Right. Speaking of oysters, the other day I dropped one. It basically cracked, broke on me, Hugh. I dropped yours. It stayed together. This thing is rock solid.
Yeah.
Why is that?
What you have is, the reason these shells are so hard and so sturdy is that because they grow in this cold water environment. And these are growing for a 3-year period of time in 40 feet of water. So you're gonna get a much harder shell. You're gonna get a deeper cup and a meatier oyster.
All right, well, Ryan, they said this is a different animal up here, and they speak of this being an actual animal. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about why this is an animal?
Well, the difference between an animal and a plant usually is it's just the cell structure, and animals usually move. Now, this would be a little bit of a break from that because oysters don't really move on their own, but it's still considered an animal.
How much water per day does each oyster basically
Well,
filter?
50 gallons per day that they're filtering through.
50 gallons. So tell us more about the business side of this, Hugh.
Well, it's a great thing. It's farming, so it's a lot of hard work. And Ryan and I and our other partner, John Wise, decided that a couple of years ago we wanted to get into aquaculture and take a look at the business side of it. So we came up here and we bought Glidden Point. And Ryan runs the farm, and we just saw the product here as being different than other product. And the reason being is the environment, this place, it builds a beautiful oyster, and it's a premium oyster. So we were looking to really not be in the commodity game,
Right.
in terms of product. And when we saw the opportunity to buy Glidden Point, we went after it.
Let me ask you, Ryan, baby, Biddy, how long does it take this guy right here to get here?
Takes about 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
And where are we at in this process?
So right now these are considered seed. We consider them seed in our farm operation. We get these in about 2 millimeters big, so they look like pepper or quinoa.
Wow.
And then for about 6 months of their lives, they'll double in size each week. into the fall, and in the fall they'll be about 2 inches big. And at that point, we'll take them out of these bags right here, and we'll put them on the bottom. We'll leave them down the bottom of the ocean on our farm for 2 more years. So that'd be a total of 3 years that they're down there.
Biddies, these biddies have at least 2.5 more years to get here. One day you might see these or these guys on your tray. We'll be right back after this. You're watching What Is Your Pregame?
The Damariscotta River in this beautiful natural environment is nature's way of creating something perfect.
Now, we are a 116-year-old fourth-generation family-held construction management firm, of which I represent the fourth generation. In addition to our work at Fenway, we work for all of the fine institutions across the city, from Mass General Hospital and Brigham and Women's to Boston University to Boston College, and even across the river at MIT. But with these clients comes very, very high expectations on their projects. So I can say, representing the fourth generation at Walsh Brothers, we build to perfection.
Hi, I'm Sam Horn, and I'm here to tell you about a great new cutting-edge technology that utilizes 15 years of research done by Lavoie Industries. Their team has developed a military-grade optical sensor used by firefighters, police, and other safety officers dedicated to saving lives. This device helps to navigate through burning buildings quickly, accurately, and most of all, safely. Smoke Eye, a vision that saves lives.
Dadgar Insurance is a 30-year-old insurance agency, with kangaroo being our symbol of protection. I am the big kangaroo protecting my clients in my pouch. We specialize in insuring real estate and restaurant risks, and we don't discriminate about the size. Whether it's a 2-family in Somerville or a Chinese takeout in Chelsea, or 1,000-unit apartment buildings or a chain of restaurants, at Dadgar we insure it all.
My name's Hugh McLaughlin from Glidden Point Oyster Sea Farms. When I'm in Maine, enjoying the best oyster in the world, I'm hanging out with Sam Horn. What is your pregame?
We're still here at Glidden Point. Let's bring it to Victoria to discuss the business side of things.
Welcome back to What Is Your Pregame? I'm here with Hugh and Ryan of Glidden Point Oyster Farm. Hugh, tell us, this is the nursery. What kind of investment do you make in obtaining a nursery like this?
Well, this is kind of where it all begins. It's with all the hard work is we'll buy anywhere between 4 and 5 million seed every year. And we come out here and we sprout the seed in all these baskets that float on the surface. And in terms of investment, this is, we purchase it. We're out here every week. We have to flip these baskets back and forth to kind of keep the oysters fresh and have the water running through. So just like kids, it's all hard work in the nursery, right?
Okay, so Ryan, 4 million seed. How long does that take you to put together?
Well, we get the seed in about June, and then for that the first 2 weeks are super labor intensive. We're paying close attention to them. We're handling them almost every day. And then by the time it gets to the fall, we're handling the seed probably once a week. And then that's just a 6-month process we're handling seed.
So Ryan's point earlier, like spring to summer is probably our busiest season crew-wise, but then when we go so we're going to take all of these seed, 4 or 5 million seed here, and we're going to go plant these up the river. So all of this, all the seed you see here is going to be transferred upriver, and then placed on the bottom of the river.
And that's when you get to leasehold 2, right? This is lease 1?
Yes, this is lease 1, lease 2, and then lease 3 further up the river.
And they're all sequential.
Correct.
Hey, now this is more my style, hanging out on the boat. We're on our way to Prentice Island for our second stop. All right, so we were over there. Where are we at right now, Hugh?
So right now we're in our second lease number 2, called Prentice Island.
Number 2, is that like number 2 phase? What is that all about?
Exactly. So this is our grow out phase. We're at the nursery first. Now this is our grow out phase. This is where we put them on the bottom. As you see, there's nothing you can see on the surface here. Just on the bottom here for 2 more years.
What's the difference between those being on the top of the water and these being underwater? Is the bottom the same, or is there a difference here, or what?
There's a similar bottom sediment here. It's just this mud in the Damariscotta River. And then it's just the cooler water down there. It slows the process down for us.
So tell me, what's the best part about this?
The best part really is, the proudest moment of farming is really sharing in the end product. You know, as much hard work as we put in, it's great when we're able to pass the product on to them.
Well, Hugh, you have a famous saying around here. You want to share that with us?
Well, I kind of say it's like a taste of place. I mean, I always try to compare it so people understand oyster farm to wine. You know, really, wines, different vineyards, different soil types, different elevations create a different product. And you have the same thing here. You know, we have a different silt bottoms, granite bottom, where the babies grow, the temperature of the water. It all creates a different experience for the end user.
So Hugh, you have a saying of why the perfect oyster is found here. Why is that?
I think it's the Damariscotta River in this beautiful natural environment is nature's way of creating something perfect.
So if you want to have the perfect oyster, start here.
Glidden Point Oyster.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah, I don't ever refer to myself as Superman, but it's kind of my mindset when I step on the field.
Looking for one of the best steakhouses in Boston? A place to mingle and socialize. Hang out before and after the game? Well, Del Fresco's is the place to be. Award-winning wines, great spirits, fresh seafood, and the home of the Double Eagle steak. When you're looking to outlast your opponent, it all starts with your pregame. Del Fresco's Steakhouse, for when you want to be on top of your game. Pow!
We're drowning in information. Where in all of this is the stuff that matters? The stakes are so high. Your finances, your future. How do you solve this? You don't. You partner with a firm that advises governments in the Fortune 500 and can deliver insight person to person on what matters to you. Morgan Stanley.
Heavy meal, light snack, workout, meditation. Pre-games can make or break your day. It's very important to find out what is the right recipe for success.
Cereal. Cereal is...
Cereal? Here on What Is Your Pre-Game, we find out what works best for your favorite athletes, celebrities, and CEOs.
A lot of visualization before I go out.
What Is Your Pre-Game? Saturday mornings at 11, only on NBC Sports, Boston.
JP Fuji Group is the largest operating Pan-Asian restaurant group in the Metro Boston area, with 10 varying concepts including fine dining and fast casual atmospheres. Guests of any JP Fuji Group establishment can always expect the highest quality ingredients, innovative menus, and superior customer service.
I want to give them a present. I want to give them a gift, and I love doing what I do. Nothing beats that feeling of give people something. I hope they can taste the love that I put on every single dish.
When I come to Boston, I hang out with Sam Horn. What is your pregame?
Welcome back. Last year we had a chance to catch up with Blue Jays center fielder Kevin Pillar. He told us about his efforts in making the All-Star team and how he deals with pressure. Let's take a listen. Hi, I'm Sam Horn, and welcome back to What Is Your Pregame. We're here with Kevin Pillar. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Thanks for stopping by. I can't believe a man like you who's been playing like a all-star hasn't made a team. Does that bother you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the ultimate prize. As an individual, you want to be nominated and be selected to All-Star games. It's a nice feather to have in your cap, but it motivates me to get there. You know, I got off to a good start this season, felt like I was on my way there. Ran into a tough month, but you know, that's what makes All-Stars All-Stars. They're able to keep their numbers up and be consistent throughout at least the first half, and that's something that I'm striving for.
Well, they call you Superman. The Marlins said this man can fly. I've only seen you on the games in the human highlight reel. Do you think of yourself as Superman and you could get to every ball that's hit?
Yeah, I don't ever refer to myself as Superman, but it's kind of my mindset when I step on the field. It was kind of something I never set out to be, and you know, fortunately, I came up in a great baseball city where the fan support's been incredible, and they kind of named me Superman, and it's kind of been real fun for me and my family and my friends back home. But it's definitely my alter ego when I step on the field. Like I said, it's not something I refer to myself as, but when I play defense, there's nothing I don't think I can get to, and I think that's how the name kind of started.
How important do you think the mental is in the game? I know they said it's 85% the game. Do you think it's really that high, or is it physical?
I mean, it's definitely a combination of both, but I mean, obviously the mental part's something that, you know, people can't measure. I think it's just what separates the people that are at this level from the guys in AAA and AA. And, you know, if you go watch a AA game, a single A game, even a rookie ball game, you're going to see guys with a lot of talent and tools that you think could belong in the big leagues. You can watch them play for a week at a time and, you know, kind of shake your head, how are these guys not at a higher level or even in the big leagues? But when you get to this level, there's just a different level of mental maturity and mental strength that allows guys to succeed or even fail at this level. And when you do something every day that's extremely difficult to do, you know, the ones that are mentally tough are the ones that survive this game.
Speaking of being mentally tough, where do you go when you have a stressful moment? Are you a music listener? Is there a place you go, or how do you handle stress?
I mean, I guess it depends on the timing. You know, if it's you know, leading up to the game, yeah, I'd like to listen to music and kind of zone out. And you know, I'm definitely a high energy guy when I play, so I actually do the reverse when I'm listening to music. I don't need anything to pump me up. I need something that's going to kind of calm me down and soothe me, because when I'm let on the field, I'm uncaged and I go out there. So, you know, and baseball is different than any other sport, like basketball or football that I played growing up, in the sense that, you know, sometimes patience is your friend playing baseball. You know, when it came to other sports, I definitely listened to the hype music, the pump up music, and I just go out there and run around crazy and try to make stuff happen. But in baseball, sometimes the reverse is what you need to be successful out here.
What would Kevin eat before the game, and what time would you eat that?
You know, it just varies. At home, I have a little bit more of a routine. We get done with batting practice around, let's say 5 o'clock. I hang out to about 5:30, and I usually go eat. Usually something pretty light, mostly chicken for the most part. I'm a pretty healthy eater. You know, on the road, you're stressed for time a little bit more since you take batting practice second. So I usually have our nutritionist, or if one of our other strength and conditioning coaches is here, I usually have some sort of just shake, a green shake with peanut butter, vegetables and fruit. Just something to kind of hold me over to the game. I don't like to feel heavy, and I usually crush a lot of food after the game.
Back in Maine, Victoria talked to Hugh and Ryan about their main ingredient for the perfect oyster.
Welcome back to the main ingredient. We're back on the dock. Tell me, Ryan, if there was one key element, main ingredient for the success of your oysters, what would that be?
It's the place they're grown. It's just the Damariscotta River, being in the state of Maine, and it's really the main reason they're so good.
And Hugh, you've had a long career, successful businessman. Tell us, what's the main ingredient that you would attribute your success all these years to?
I would have to say bringing a positive energy to each situation during my career, and that with a little bit of perseverance and good luck.
Tell me how you two connected.
We connected in the fishing. There's always different fishing adventures over time, and it brought it to our next one right here.
And I hear that you found this location.
Yes, we're looking for an opportunity to purchase an oyster farm, and I sought this one out.
And the one thing I was going to ask you about, Hugh, was sustainability. You talked about sustainability earlier with farming and oysters. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, as I was with Ryan fishing, and when I was looking at my second phase of my career, and he was starting in the first phase of his career, and we talked a lot about sustainability and sustainable farming. And as Ryan mentioned earlier, we both fish, so we have a real affinity and love for the water. So that sustainable farming model kind of moved more towards aquaculture. And then we decided to go out and spend a year looking around for a bunch of different farms. And Ryan vetted out dozens of different farms and sea farms, and then we found this place.
Thanks, guys, for the best oysters. Bottoms up.
The main ingredient is brought to you by the Wetzel Group at Morgan Stanley. Contact Todd Wetzel, Financial Advisor of the Wetzel Group at Morgan Stanley at 508-870-7025 to learn more about how his team can help you with your investment needs.
We do get involved in a lot of fundraising and specifically golf tournaments. It's funny, after attending literally hundreds of them, we're having our very first Walsh Cup.
What's the value of capital? Well, what's it cost to modernize a school district? What's critical thinking worth? A basketball costs about $14. What does it cost to build a new sports arena? What's team spirit worth? A telecommunications system isn't cheap. What's it worth to talk to your mom? What's the value of one more tree, a forest, a walk in the woods? What's the value of art? Art open to the public. The value of capital is to create not just wealth, but things that matter. Morgan Stanley, capital creates change.
Heavy meal, light snack, workout, meditation. Pre-games can make or break your day. It's very important to find out what is the right recipe for success.
Cereal. Cereal is...
Cereal? Here on What Is Your Pre-Game, we find out what works best for your favorite athletes, celebrities, and CEOs.
A lot of visualization before I go out.
What Is Your Pre-Game? Saturday mornings at 11, only on NBC Sports, Boston. Looking for one of the best steakhouses in Boston? A place to mingle and socialize. Hang out before and after the game? Well, Del Fresco's is the place to be. Award-winning wines, great spirits, fresh seafood, and the home of the Double Eagle steak. When you're looking to outlast your opponent, it all starts with your pregame. Del Fresco's Steakhouse, for when you want to be on top of your game.
Hi, I'm Richard Walsh, and when I'm in Boston, I hang out with Sam Horn. What is your pregame?
For this week's From the Heart segment, we throw it back to September of 2017 to the Walsh Cup. Let's take a look.
I'm here with Richard Walsh.
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, how are you today, Richard?
Very well, thank you.
First, tell us about the Walsh Cup and what the purpose is.
Well, being involved in construction for nonprofits, primarily hospitals and schools, we do get involved in a lot of fundraising and specifically golf tournaments that we go to that other people hold. And it's funny, after attending literally hundreds of them, we're having our very first Walsh Cup. So today, 9/11/17, is the first annual Walsh Cup at Charles River Country Club.
And tell us, what charity is this going to
Well, that's probably the best part. It's an organization that we've been affiliated with for years, the Mass General Hospital for Children.
Excellent.
And in particular today, this fundraising effort is for the pediatric cancer unit, which, what more can I say?
Sure.
Any bit of help we can do in that area would be so greatly appreciated. When you see those young patients, it's just, it's an incredible experience. So yeah, all good today.
So are you a 1 or a 2 handicap?
Oh yeah, I'm a 2 handicap. No, I'm up there, somewhere in the teens, believe me. But it's just really going to be a great experience today. We're very, very happy to be here and happy to have you guys here too.
We're here for the Fan of the Week. We're outside of Fenway for the Yankee Red Sox game. Tell me, you guys, what do you do? You're in college still?
Yep, we both go to UMass Lowell. We're seniors. We're graduating in May.
Wow. You were a soccer player.
Yeah, I played soccer at UMass Lowell, and I'm done now. So I'm just trying to stay in shape and go to the gym every day.
Okay, so let's talk about that. You have your finals coming up, last set of finals of your college career.
Thank God.
Tell us about your workouts and how you prepare for your day for these finals.
Yeah, so each morning I wake up, I try to hit the gym every day for at least an hour, and then come home to a post-gym smoothie, usually add some kale.
Kale?
Yeah, superfood of the generation.
Awesome.
So, yeah, usually strawberry, banana, kale, maybe some protein powder. And then I get on with my day, I study, I go to class, and do some homework after that at the library.
So tell me a little bit about your workout. What's your workout look like?
So obviously I used to play soccer, so cardio is a big part of my workout. So I usually do Stairmaster, the treadmill. I like to run a lot.
Makes sense if you were a soccer player. What position were you playing?
I was a midfielder.
Midfielder.
Yeah, so.
Incredible. Are you going to miss it?
Yeah, I have missed it already. I'm a senior, so our season's in the fall, so we finished already, but I missed it already.
Tell us what you do to get
In
ready.
the morning, little egg scramby with peppers, onions, avocado.
Oh, really healthy?
Oh yeah.
So what's your post game? What are you going to do tonight after?
He's all about the pizza. He's looking for pizza.
Sal's pizza.
Sal's Pizza. What's your favorite kind?
More of a cheese guy myself.
Yeah.
Plain cheese?
Plain, not
Plain
cheese.
cheese.
Plain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. Well, enjoy the game. Thanks for
you.
stopping by.
Thanks.
Good luck
Thank you.
continue your soccer.
I'll try.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
And you're watching What Is Your Pregame?
That's it for our show today. I'd like to thank our guests, Richard Walsh, Kevin Pillar, and the boys on the farm from Glidden Point. I'd like to also thank our sponsors, Del Fresco Steakhouse, Dagar Insurance, and Walsh Brothers Construction. Most of all, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for watching. You can catch us on whatisyourpregame.com and other social media. I'm your host, Sam Horn. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Oyster Farm, take 3.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Full shell.
Back to you, Sam.
Sam inserts for episode 2, 1.
Dan, you look so good doing that. Make sure your phone is on vibrate, everyone.